Alright YouTube, what's up everybody? My name is SmileyMan01 and today bringing you another World of Tanks replay. This time I'm playing a Tier 6 American Tank Destroyer M18 Hellcat standard battle on Karelia. Let's see if we can just speed this up here. I don't remember the controls, hold on. Okay, there we go. So, alright, let's slow it back down. Well, to start off, I decided to go to the north because this tank has no armor at all. I don't think it would benefit from brawling in the south. I could snipe, but I could snipe, but I've chosen not to. I decided to go to the north. Have some lights mid, so I get to my rock that puts me behind cover, I get behind a bush, and swing my gun around. I miss, because he backs up as soon as I fire. And wait for him to stop moving. Critical hit. Light tanks. Oh well. Well, no one's over here but me and the 12T, and that's what I'm noticing right now. It's literally just me and him on this entire flank. So I'm gonna poke out and try to help him. Critical hit, but I did dodge his shot, which is good. He's got a fairly long reload with that derp gun, so another shot and another crit. So that's pretty unlucky. So what I'm deciding to do now is I'm just gonna run. Yep, there we go. I'm getting out of here. There's no way I can hold off 4 tanks, or 3 tanks that's been spotted. There's gonna be additional tanks that show up, but there's no way I can hold off all that by myself. With only the support of a G1R and a star AML. Is it star or star? I can't even stir. I can't even remember. It's one of the two, but so I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna try to find a new defensive position closer to the base. I choose this bush here. I've got good sight lines. And I can get spots for the AML. I held my shot for so long because I was kind of waiting for the AML to shoot. I was hoping he would do that. I believe he was the big shot that did the 400 damage to the T-29. But maybe that was the artillery, I don't know. I was actually waiting for him to shoot because I didn't want to risk getting spotted because I want to keep my illumination position where I can sit here and spot the enemies, and I'm hoping that AML will just open fire. So south is doing fine. They've got a lot of guys in the south though. Here we spot the KV-1S. Aim in on him. No crits this time. And the AML takes him out. Go back behind the bush. Stop moving so our camo net begins to activate. Spot the M4. So this is just kind of a game of patience at this point. The AML has the right idea. Him and I are very strong in this defensive position, because it's almost impossible to spot me. I don't have an extremely highly trained crew, but I have a decent crew with, I think, 2 members trained in camouflage, in addition to having camouflage paint and a camouflage net. In addition to me already having quite a strong camo value to begin with, I'm very difficult to see when I'm behind a bush. So I can stay hidden and let the Emil spot whatever he wants. And spot for the Emil, and he can just destroy everything. His gun is extremely powerful. I think its average damage is 440 or 490. But either way, it is just going to rip apart every single vehicle that is going to come at us. I think the average damage is 440, if I do recall correctly. The M4 knows I'm here. Well, he doesn't know he suspects. I don't think I've been spotted since I repositioned. So he doesn't know I'm here, but he suspects. There's an IS in the mid. This T-37 is going to do a lot of work with spotting damage, just give it a bit. Here's another tank they have on this side of the flank, a T-34-85M. And the M4. They're scared. Oh, here's the M4 poking out. I should have been more on top of that shot, but I'm not staying in sniper mode. I'm staying zoomed out so I can see, so I avoid tunnel vision. There's a KV-2, also on this side. Bounce him. And I was also swinging my camera back around to ensure that my allies are still here. It's something you wouldn't think you have to do, but it can save your life sometimes. Your teammates will just decide to randomly leave a perfectly fine position to just go somewhere else and do nothing. It's weird, I don't understand it, but fortunately they did not do that this game. The Emil is holding position along with the T-37. As KV-2, I do decide to poke out and shoot him. I do risk getting spotted, so I immediately retreat back into the bush. I have been spotted, yes. So now that KV-2 is actually coming into a really good position. Well, a really bad position for me. As long as I don't fire, I'm pretty good in terms of concealment. I have to keep an eye on that KV-2 and that IS. I cannot go fight the KV-2. I will not win in a brawl. He has the derp gun, so he will one-shot me. Let's see if I can poke out and get a shot. And I shoot the ground. Watching the artillery arc in, and unfortunately he does miss his shot. And the M4 has moved up. I get a good roll right into him. That puts him at almost a guaranteed one shot from my gun. Average damage is 240, but I'm not fully aware of the minimum damage range. I'm in a really bad position because that KV-2 is right behind me. I may have missed my shell, but Emil did not miss his. So, what I'm actually going to do now is I'm looking over the rock to look at the M4's gun. I notice he has the long 57 and not the short 105. If he had the short 105, he could have killed me in one shell, but he has a long 57, so he can't. And I did take a long time aiming because I didn't want to risk a weird bounce. He's not going to be able to move out of my shell, or out of my line of fire, before I aim my gun. And I didn't want to risk a bounce. The lower part of his tank, that curved part, can get quite hard to pierce. Tiger P does spot me, and I do bounce him. I was actually planning to move up the middle of the map and try to find their artillery. I'm still spotted by him. I penetrate his armor this time, but this is not a fight I can win. I'm running low on ammunition too. I have only 5 AP rounds, 5 APCR, and 3 AG left. So what I decide to do right now is run up the northern flank. I figure I can try and spot the Tiger P from a position in the northern flank, and then I can go and take out their artillery and flank behind their KV-3 and the Rudy. What I'm doing now, additionally, is I'm observing my aiming circle, or my vision circles on the map, trying to keep where he was last spotted within those circles, so I have the greatest chance of spotting him. can't say, I move forwards a little bit, and I do get spotted. So I take a shot, and I quickly start to move because the artillery, I am easy target for him because I'm in the middle of a field with no cover around me. So I move kind of into a rock and prepare to line up a shot, but I don't have to. Panther takes him out in a good shot that destroys his ammo rack. So now I'm on the hunt for their artillery piece. And also looking to flank that KV-3 and Rudy. Now, I'm expecting the artillery piece to know that I'm coming for him. I'm typing to my teammates. I think. Maybe I'm not. Okay, I guess I'm just taking a pause. I'm expecting the artillery piece to know that I'm coming for him. So I want to stay on the high ground. I didn't want to go in the ditch because that would give him a elevational advantage over me. I don't want that, because it makes me fairly easy to hit. What I should have done here is I should have driven along the red line up here. I should be driving along that. I shouldn't be driving in here. This is a risky position, as you're going to see. See, there's the artillery piece, and he's looking right at me, but fortunately he misses his shot. Now I know I can kill him before he reloads, so even if I had not killed him in one shot, I can reload before he reloads. He has, I believe, a 23-second reload, and my reload was only 7 seconds, but you can't see that in the replay. So now I only have 3 AP shells left, but I have 6 APCR. So I'm not, like, deathly out of ammunition. I still have 12 shells, but we're running low. Now I'm just gonna try and spot this Rudy and this KV-3. I do spot the KV-3, and I think he's looking right at me. He is looking right at me. So rather than deciding to trade shots with the KV-3, I take an additional position to see if I can also try and spot the Rudy. I do spot the Rudy as he does spot me. Fire a shot into his side in retaliation. And someone on this team should finish him off. I did not fire because I was worried about hitting the Panther. I didn't have a very small aiming circle because I was moving my tank to keep him in a cone of fire, and I was worried I would hit the Panther, so I didn't fire. Now let's just spot the KV-3. I'm waiting for my team to roll in, and he's poking out. I shoot his tracks off, and I'm loading an APCR shell by default, but I believe I switch off and use HE. There's no point in using APCR to try and, yeah, see, I switched to HE. There's no point in shooting a very expensive round into a KV-3's side when he's just dead anyways. Shoot an HE round instead, 22 damage, whatever, who cares? It's cheaper than APCR. That was a fairly good game. I believe I can bring up the post game from that. Screenshots. Oops, that's not the right word. Screenshots, properties. Is this the World of Tanks one? This is the Overwatch one. World of Tanks. IR. Should be properties. Oh, maybe I have to search for the underscores one. World of Tanks. It should bring up the folder. I don't know why it's not finding the folder. Whatever. Mods. Alright, well, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Let's dig through the C drive. Should be a victory. I believe it's this one. Yes, it is this one. And this next one is, yeah, it is this one. Okay, so 3,001 damage. 1,437 experience. Mastery badge ace tanker, high caliber, Confederate, in addition to 3 kills. So pretty good battle. And you can see my crew there. They're not the most highly trained, but I do have 2 members trained in camouflage. And I do think their perks are kind of messed up now that I think about it. I don't really know why I trained clutch braking on my driver. I think I should have trained smooth ride. But, well, I don't know. It's something I need to look more into. Some of my tanks have really messed up crew skills because I trained the crew back when I didn't really, like, know the game very well, so the crew's a little bit messed up. I need to address that. But, yeah, that was the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.